Good morning, everybody. It's Chris here. You might not recognize me wearing glasses this morning. Usually I have my contacts in, but it's a little early for contacts, and this is like unexpected to just jump on right now and say hi. So if you are in Europe, Michaela, maybe you'll get this pop up and you'll see this. If not, these people are going to see it later on. I couldn't really sleep, and I had just like an urge to get up and work about 3 hours ago, so I was just cranking through videos, and then I got hungry and decided I was going to go get some breakfast at an old favorite place here in Charleston. Hey Joel, hey. And then I was like, you know what? Turns out the breakfast place doesn't open until 7 a.m. You know what happens at 6:59 a.m.? The sun rises officially here. So I wanted to walk you guys across a bridge that I love to run on, which is the bridge, which goes over the Cooper River. Cooper River, sometimes people call it the Cooper River Bridge, but not officially, it's not what it's called. But it is a great place to go for a jog, as well as to catch a little view of Charleston and some sunrise. So thought I'd just show you guys that and talk a little bit as we're going. Hey Freddie, good morning New York City, good morning from Charleston. So we're heading over to that bridge over there. We're going to get to the middle of it. I am a tad late for being in the middle for sunrise, but we're going to watch as the sun rises. That's where we're headed. So some construction over here on this side. New. And we're bound to see some joggers as we're coming along on this pedestrian path and bike path that runs along the on-ramp, to kind of get onto the bridge, which is real neat. So the Cooper River, we can see. I'm going to hold the gimbal up a little bit. You see the gimbal river over there. Morning, Di. I hope everything's awesome in Tokyo today. Welcome to Charleston. As I was saying, Cooper River. Cooper River is one of two rivers that surrounds Charleston. The other one is the Ashley River to the west. And yes, Joel, it's a big bridge indeed. The Ashley River and the Cooper River kind of run along around Charleston, which is a peninsula, as it were. And it is, good morning, buenos dias, Carmen. Carmen, where are you writing from right now? Because if it's Argentina, I have a surprise for you. I'd love to know. And you can see there's a piece of land there, kind of the bridge kind of goes over. That's Drum Island. But as I was saying, Ashley River, Cooper River, they're actually the namesake of those two rivers is a guy by the name of none other than Lord Ashley Cooper, who ended up being the Earl of Shrewsbury, if my memory serves me correct. And he was one of the folks who helped return Charles II to the throne after Cromwell gets knocked off in the UK, or before the UK, just in England, as it were. And he was a buddy of a British philosopher and very enlightened gentleman named John Locke. John Locke was part of Lord Shrewsbury's, or excuse me, Earl Shrewsbury's, or Lord Ashley Cooper's household. Morning, Nikki. Hey, Edinburgh. You are right now in Charleston, about to watch some sunrise. That's what we're doing here. So speaking of Great Britain and such, Lord Ashley Cooper is the guy that ends up helping organize the first permanent settlement to the Carolinas, which had some failed attempts before that, and had been, a lot of it had been La Florida under Spanish control. The Spanish end up kind of giving up on this neck of the woods, and they focus instead on proper what we'd call Florida today, as well as to the west of that, towards Texas, and hence all those missions that we've kind of spoken about and visited when we were in Texas before. So Ashley River, but this is the Cooper River, and gives us a sense of Charleston, which was, I don't like walking backwards because I find that to be a little disorienting for you guys, but proper Charleston is down there, and we're going to get some good views of it in a little bit once we get up onto the bridge. Now, if I see any dolphins, which is not uncommon in the water down here, I'm going to point them out and see if I can't zoom in on them. Please let me know how I'm doing as far as data is concerned. I was going to use my other phone, the better phone, and then I looked at it and I saw that I only had like 1 bar on it. So I'm on this phone, which still has a pretty good lens though, I think. You guys seeing this okay? I don't mean to be stealing you away from work or making breakfast, or in Joel's case, finishing up dinner over in Sydney, Australia. But if you do have signal issues, or if the sound isn't great because I'm pointing my mug in the wrong direction, my pie hole, my rat hole, then let me know. Yeah, Nikki, get back to work. You and Ross can watch the sunrise any day, but you can watch this video anytime. So another time. But thank you for stopping in and saying hi really quick. Makes me feel special. Ooh, good truck. Hey, Carmen, ¿dónde eres? ¿Estás en Argentina en este momento? Por favor, escríbeme. There you go. That's me remembering Spanish a little bit. So, train yards down there. But this is the highlight. This is what we're headed towards right now. We're walking up towards this bridge. People are headed to work. It'll be a good test of this microphone to see if it picks up all this background, or if I can kind of block off some of it. These cars are zooming by at very least 55 to 60 miles an hour, which makes a little bit of noise. Tenerife, España. Perfecto. Gracias, Carmen. Mi abuela es de Andalucía, de Jerez de la Frontera, pero no hablo. Lo siento. I really need to learn Spanish. Yeah, pero Carmen, conozco de tu inglés es mejor de mi castellano. I think that's right. It's close though. You understand what I mean, I'm sure. There are seagulls. I don't know if you can hear them, but the seagulls are flying around. We had some birders on the tour yesterday with Jim, which was great. I really respect birders. I think it's such a cool thing to go and appreciate and watch animals in nature, and birds are so beautiful and inspirational, right? Because who hasn't had a dream where you were flying, and maybe even a dream that you turned into a bird? I know I have. If you've had dreams where you turned into an animal, tell me in the chat. Be curious to know if your dreams tend to have you becoming one animal or another animal. People used to ask me as a kid, of course, as people do ask children, what do you want to be when you grow up? And the timing of the question was special for me because I'd just seen this documentary film about a young King Arthur and Merlin called Sword in the Stone. Now, I know it's a Disney documentary, and they decided to make it a cartoon version, but I knew it was real as a kid. I knew for sure that, yeah, no joke, you could transmutate. You could turn into a different animal. And it was just a question of like finding the magic spell or getting hooked up with a wizard. Gosh, it's so loud to me, these cars. Please let me know. Can you guys hear me even right now? Should I talk louder? Should I talk quieter? I don't know. So people would ask me, Chris, what do you want to be? And I was dead set on being a golden retriever when I grew up one day. And adults would try to convince me, you can't be a golden retriever when you grow up one day. That's not possible. And they'd ask me again, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I would lie and I'd say, fireman. But in my heart, I knew it was a golden retriever. That's what I wanted to be. Let's just take a look and quick dolphin watch. Dolphin watch. Are you out there, dolphins? I'm looking for you. There's often dolphins here. I don't see any right now. They're probably on the other side getting ready for the sunrise. Which, oh, look at that sky. ¿Qué sabes, Carmen? ¿Es bonita? ¿O no es? Gosh, it's bad, right? Oh, hi, Rebecca. Good morning. Morning, guys. Have a good run. There are some runners out there doing their thing. Morning. I'm a little jealous of that. Okay. Yo también. Pero por mí es muy fácil para hablar de leer. I think is to read in Spanish. Leer. Good morning, Thomas. Yes. Let me look at my phone real quick, see what time it is. It's officially sunrise time right now. I'm meant to be in the middle of the bridge. I'll be in the middle of the bridge in about 4 minutes. Maybe 5. And we'll still be able to catch it. Gracias. Gracias, Carmen. Leer, to read. Escribir, to write. Estudiar, to study. So, Carmen, the reason I asked about whether you might be in Argentina is that we will do our South America, our first live stream from South America this coming Sunday with an amazing guy and guide and human being, quite frankly, Gabo Candal. And Gabo, who has been living in Barcelona for a chunk of time, right, writing, escribir. Estudiar is to study though, right? Yeah. So Gabo has gone back to his hometown of Buenos Aires, and he is going to be giving us a live stream from Buenos Aires to introduce us to a place that he deeply loves and has a lot of passion for. And Gabo is he's a real five senses kind of tour guide, and he really is immersive when you do one of his experiences. We're going to do this one in English, but of course Gabo is from Argentina, so he's fluent in Spanish. And we'll do a future Gabo experience in Castellano, maybe in a week or two. We want to start doing lots of Spanish language tours again. We just need to build that up. and find a moderator, someone who speaks Spanish well enough to moderate the chat, make sure people aren't saying nasty things. Look at that. This is that Drum Island I said that I was walking over. Tide looks pretty high. You can see the water there is flowing in on this early morning right now here in Charleston, flooding this space. But it's not a bad thing, it's a good thing. It means, crabs get up in there and fish and all those happy feedings that are taking place, which then eventually feed the dolphins too, which we'd love to see. I'm going to put this mic on my lapel again so I can do a little zooming. Oh, that's convenient. Look at this. Figured out a way to have my mask be very useful. How about that? It's my mask mic. Right. Oh boy. Oh, I see a golden glow. I think it's the sun. The orb is coming. Well, I wanted to, we'll do another sun check-in in just 1 second as we get a little more elevation here. But meanwhile, we just look over here for a second and we can see in the distance a naval vessel. I believe it is the Yorktown, if I'm not mistaken. An old aircraft carrier. I just noticed that the zoom on this phone not as good as the zoom on the other phone, but still pretty good. What's that poking up? What's that poking up? I think it's the sun. Oh yes. The sun over the Arthur Ravenel Jr. Bridge. And we are really officially about York. You could Google it. And the Ashley River on the other side, Cooper River this side. Yeah. So the original landing, Charles Landing, where they is not where Charlestown. It's a different location. Romina, thank you for your comment. Where are you watching from? I'm always curious. Yet. It's one of my things is to try to put together memories, my memory. Woo! It's getting windy up here, folks. I've got goosebumps. I don't know if you can tell. Goosebumps are happening right now for me. Probably presumptuous of me to be in shorts and a t-shirt right now. Romina, it makes me so happy to hear that you're in Buenos Aires because I was just telling people about if your Argentinian fellow country people who is going to be giving us our very first live stream from South America, from coming Sunday. I think it's going to be at 5 p.m. East Coast time, which will check the time on that, but it's going to be and I'm really excited to visit Buenos Aires. I haven't been since back in the day. I went there about 23 years ago, I guess. And the dollar and the peso were still pegged 1-to-1. And for those of you who don't remember those days, it meant that Argentina was a very expensive place for, well, certainly for student version of Chris Sandeman here to visit. Drinking mate and eating like dulce de leche packets out of the I was very much on a steak-free diet, which means that I couldn't, and nobody was buying me steak back then. So, yeah, unfortunately, didn't get the real Argentine pampas. Yeah, never got there. Yeah, it was a pleasure. Yeah, I mean, it was good for, I don't know who it was good for. I don't know why the dollar, but it seems like the economy right now in Argentina isn't so great. Gabo was telling me, yes, pizza, dulce de leche, steak, empanadas. We're going to try some food on the tour so people can come to understand how delicious Argentinian food is, and also understand like how special Buenos Aires and Argentina are, but also share some compassion, because Argentina is going through the easiest of times right now, and it's a good time for us to have a lot of love for Argentina and a lot of other places, especially if you are in America right now, you're an American. I was talking to Gabo and his to get on the list to get a vaccine. His mother not yet. So he's getting listed for it. But yeah, that the US was doing 4 million vaccinations a day, but in Argentina they were doing a week, which is a tragedy. That whilst we're vaccinating 16 and can't yet vaccinate 60 and 70-year-olds. I don't mean to be on my soapbox, but it's time for the US to start sharing those vaccines out. We want to claim to be a world leader, got to start acting like a leader, and being a boss and being so a little sacrifice goes a long way. That said, maybe I'm a hypocrite because I have already got my first vaccine. I'm a 43-year-old male. And 17-year-old teenagers, but yeah, you know. Thank you, Joel. I appreciate that. It is nice. It's also a really cool bridge. You get a feeling of some of the structural work here, how powerful and how massive this is, the supports. He was a biker. Good for that guy. When do I sleep? Asks Rebecca. You know, I blame Dai and Shohei for making me not sleep, because Japan has really messed up my sleep clock. I definitely feel like I'm on a weird rhythm. I kind of grab sleep when I can at this point. And then when I wake back up again, I edit videos. Yeah. And then I set up new tours, and then I try to like clean up Facebook posts. And then I have meetings with like the teams at SANDEMANs New Europe, in Europe, who are like trying to survive the pandemic. For tourism, doing a bang-up job of leading us through the mess that's here. Morning. A couple of healthy Charlestonians giving it their jog. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Get a better view Ross! Good morning, Ross. I was just getting Nikki in trouble, not letting her do her work. Hopefully, no one's watching you from behind as you watch a little bit of this. Good morning from Charleston. So, yeah, we've gotten 7 o'clock now, which means that the breakfast place that I was waiting to get into, Mercantile and Mash, is officially open. Probably no line there yet, so that's okay. Oh, look at this. There's a plaque. Hello, plaque. Let's take a quick look at the plaque. This magnificent structure was made possible by the dedicated and conscientious leadership of the following. List of people, 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 list of people. Built by Palmetto Bridge Constructors, a joint venture of Tidewater Skanska, Inc. and Flatiron Constructors, Inc. Not as interesting as the sunrise. Let's keep on moving. Oop, sorry about that, my friend. That's my bad. Thank you, brother. Nice guy. Romina writes, I met Sanders' team in London, Belgium, Paris, Amsterdam, Italy. Sandemans, for sure, I imagine. That's an autocorrect. I know it myself. Ross, someone's already asked me if I ever slept, and the answer is no, and I blame Japan. No, great question. Thank you for that. Man, I am one of those people that when my eyes open up, I gotta get up, and I gotta like start living life. And like, why not? Look at the sun. Just feel it charging me up, getting my like energy going. I just love it. Love, love, love. Morning. So, Romina, thank you for that. Ironically, we are not in Italy, right? But London, Brussels, Paris, Amsterdam, we are. Italy, there are several companies that pretend to be us, but they're not really us. They just call themselves New Rome Tours and wear red t-shirts and have red umbrellas. But hey, mangia, it's Italy. You can't follow all the rules in Italy. That boat coming by. Very cool. Quick look at the boat. Cool, huh? Joel says, we have a similar bridge in Sydney called the Anzac Memorial Bridge. For those of you who don't know about Anzac Day, it memorializes a really, really hard and awful loss of life for primarily Australian, but also New Zealand forces. And I think some Canadians might have been there, right there as well. Good afternoon, Anna Maria in Paris. Thanks for joining me for this sunrise here in Charleston, South Carolina. Definitely want to get back to Paris and do some more live streaming from there. We've done a couple of streams from Paris, and that was lovely. You know, we want to definitely see some more of that. Joel writes the 25th of April is coming up shortly. Joel, that must be Anzac Day, right? That's when you Aussies and Kiwis all get pissed up and celebrate the memorial of it. Or maybe people, I mean, in Berlin there are Aussies and Kiwis getting pissed up back in the day. But, yep, Romina, yeah, exactly. They were red as well, but they were not us, those guys in Italy. But you know what? Like I've always said, if someone's doing a good free walking tour, I don't care if they pretend to be me or my business, as long as they're creating access and opportunity for people to go on tours, then God bless them. Like, that's awesome, you know? And honestly, imitation is the greatest. And there are over 500 free walking points. Many of them are my direct competitors, and I embrace them for it, because it's only through good competition that I get stronger. My business gets stronger and smarter. So very happy for I was the first free walking tour guide. That's me. But anyway, not that I'm like overly proud about it, but you know what? If you don't toot your own horn, no one's gonna toot it. So we're about, what are we? 15 minutes post sunrise, and I've made it pretty much to the middle of the bridge. And we get a feeling of this awesome structure that spans over the Cooper River. Ashley's on the other side. Gosh, Chris, stop messing that up. Okay, Romina, have a great day at work. Thanks for the quick live stream comments. Really, really appreciate it. Always happy to have you. Our YouTube channel, Sandeman's Live, anytime. Facebook too. It's just Facebook makes it complicated. YouTube makes it super easy. Look at these guys all rushing to work. Yeah, Cooper River, Lord Ashley Cooper. Actually dies in Amsterdam after he kind of goes into exile. Anna Maria, free walking tours in Lisbon and Dublin. Holy cow. I mean, Lisbon's gorgeous. The guides there have so much passion for the city. I used to live outside of Lisbon in a place called Cascais, and I went to school for a year in a town called Carcavelos, which is very close to Lisbon. It's a little windy here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to block it. My mic has a little bit of a dead cat, so. And then Dublin, I mean, come on. Who has more of the gift of the gab than the Irish do? They're no joke. Now, this camera is struggling a little bit with this zoom, but you can see there in the distance some of the church steeples, the old meeting house steeples, if you will, of Charleston. And you also get a feeling, if you look in the distance, you can see how there's water wrapping around the other side of that peninsula. That's the Ashley River over in that direction. And this one here, woo, Cooper River on this side. Sorry about the crappy camera work there, folks. All right. Yeah, no, I love the tours of Dublin, and the Dublin guides are really amongst like the best. Yeah, morning. And there it is, sunrise. Gosh, I do need more sleep, guys. And last look up this amazing bridge, this wonder of building and technology. Absolutely gorgeous. Good morning, Charleston. Good morning, world. Thank you once again for another day that I get to witness the absolute miracle and beauty of this planet. That so grateful for it all. So really powerful. Absolutely beautiful. Filled with gratitude, guys. Filled with gratitude. I'm filled with gratitude for this amazing morning. I'm filled with gratitude for my health, my hands, my head, my glasses. Romina, we are in Charleston, South Carolina right now, and we're looking over at the Charleston Peninsula while standing on top of the Arthur Ravenel Jr. Bridge, which spans over the Cooper River. Eventually, there are definitely joggers. Jim, good morning. Couldn't sleep, buddy, so I decided to do a little sunrise. Yeah. Hi, Carmen. Thanks for you too. Good day to you. I'm winking back. And there you are, son. So wherever you guys are, if you can. Hey, Michaela. Thanks for saying hi. right now, just take a moment and really appreciate the fact that that we're alive, that we're healthy. If you're not, then I'm sending you my health. I'll share what I have with you to have you have some of mine. I'd gladly health. Stay safe, stay smart, and I'm gonna go get some breakfast. So all right, signing off from Charleston, South Carolina. Junior Bridge, standing above none other than the Cooper River. Take care. Bye, Ross. See you later on. Bunch of tours coming up this weekend. We're going to be in Tokyo and Kyoto, and as well as Prague. We're going to be doing the Prague Jewish quarter on Sunday. Right, Sunday evening, early evening in the UK, like around 5 o'clock UK time. Sorry, Australia. There it is. Lots coming up, and love you guys. Take care. Stay safe. All right, seriously.